Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. COVID-19. Oba of Benin calls for a total lockdown of Edo State. Guys, before we continue, we know that just yesterday we got the message that the governor of Edo State, the person of Governor Godwin Obaseki, has called for coffee in Edo State. The coffee was for between 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. And the governor stated that he did not want to put the state on a total lockdown because of the people, so that there is no suffering, so they can go about their life normally during the day, because this is the source of livelihood for some people. So he didn't want to totally lock down the state as a result of some incidents and matters he's been hearing from other states, like what the lockdown has caused. We've heard of police brutality on people. We've also heard of people dying. It's a lot of incidents that have happened during this lockdown. The number of people that have died from the lockdown are even more than a lot of people that coronavirus has killed put together in Nigeria, from police to youth attacking police, to police shooting people. So it's been like that. So Governor Godwin Obaseki said because of that reason, he didn't want to totally lock down Edo State. He wanted the people of Edo State to have freedom of movement and to be able to live their life normally, but has put in a 10-day coffee as a result of the coronavirus and the spread. And the coffee was to start 6 p.m. in the evening and end 7 a.m. in the morning. But the news reaching us now from the Oba of Benin, let's go and hear what the Oba has to say. Oba of Benin calls for a total lockdown of Edo State. The Oba of Benin has called on the governor of Edo State, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, to totally lock down Edo State to stem the growing spread of coronavirus in the state. In a letter to Obaseki dated April the 16th, 2020, the Oba, a greatly loved Oba, beloved by his people, has called on the state government, in addition to the coffee that has been put in place, to totally lock down the state, to stop the movement of people into the state and out of the state for a time being, to make sure that the spread of coronavirus is contained and that the people of Edo State are not infected. Because with people coming in and out of the state, Edo State happens to be a transit state where people coming from the east going to the west pass through. And so if they still allow the movement of people in and out of the state, some stop by, some stay for a few days before moving on. These people has not been tested for coronavirus, and the persons they have come in contact with who resides in Benin, if the people are affected, can transfer to the people, thereby spreading this same coronavirus in Edo State. So I am asking the governor of Edo State to instill a lockdown and restriction of movement in and out of the state, to stop and to curb the spread of the coronavirus, so the people of Edo State are well looked after. What a wise words and great words from the Oba of Benin to Governor Godwin Obaseki, asking him for a total lockdown of the state as against the coffee which the governor of the state has put in place. The Oba of Benin thought it wise to call for a lockdown as a result of some issues and incident going on in the state. Edo State happens to be a transit state where people can pass through. If you're coming from, say, the east and you're going to the west, so you can come from, say, Enugu or Imo or Owerri, any of these places, pass through the other south states, and you pass through Edo State going to the south. Going to the west. So the Oba has called for full lockdown of the state, in the sense that there is no in and out movement of the state, so as to curb the spread of coronavirus in the state. The Oba of Benin has called on the governor to instill a lockdown on the state so that the people of the state can be safe. And the example he gave is so profound. The Oba said people are coming into the state and are moving out of the state, some of whom can stay at times, maybe one, even a few hours, come out, interact with people of the state, and continue on their journey. We know that the way this virus is spread, it just spreads, so it goes so quickly and all that. So the other is saying, instead of us having this issue in our hand, the people that are coming in and passing through the state has not been cleared of coronavirus. So why do we want to expose our people to this? The best thing to do is to lock down the state for a period of time so as to curb the spread of the coronavirus, so that Edo State can be safe in this time, and we don't allow the spread of coronavirus to continue. It's important that we put this in place, and I know that the governor has called for a 10 days curfew, so that the people from about in the morning between 7 p.m. to 6 a.m., from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., they can carry out about their normal activities and duties and carry on with business as usual. But the other is saying, no, I think it would be better if there is a total lockdown, especially because of the movement of people in and out of Edo State, which is very profound, because these people, when they come in, they interact with those that are selling food items, water here and there, a lot of other incidents and things, and they carry on. So we don't want a case where somebody comes into the state, they're already COVID-19 positive, they've not been tested, they've not verified, they don't know their status. They come into the state and they are transiting and are not sure of their state, and they continue interact with people of Edo State, deposit it and transfer and move on with their journey. Guess what happened? When they continue like that, the people of Edo State, whoever they've come in contact with, we go home to their family, we go home to their wife and children, or husbands and children, or relative, whoever they are staying with, and they will pass it on. Remember that coronavirus does not start showing immediately. There is what we call incubation period. It takes time to begin to show. So what happens is the person gets infected depending on the age again. So imagine a young girl probably carrying out trade, say selling food item and all that. And this coronavirus patient, unknown to the person as well, because the person have not started showing symptoms, come to buy something. They got into a discussion, and afterwards he moves on, or they shake hands and all that. And she carries it, goes to that aged woman or that aged grandfather he or she is living with, and guess what? Spread it to them. We know that the aged ones find it very difficult because of their immunity. Because the older they get, some older people do not have as much immunity, and the body cannot withstand disease as well as younger persons. So this is the issue. And the other Benin is saying a wise man who has always looked out for the Edo State people, who is always looking out for his people, always speaking out, not just a king who sits by and just no. He's involved, interact with the day-to-day yearnings and dealings of the people of Edo State, always looking out for them. He said, you know what, I don't think this 10 days curfew will work. What I think we can do is put a lockdown for a period of time so as to contain the spread of this coronavirus. Because when it gets out of hand, you'll be amazed. Look at Abba Karim, who has just died from coronavirus. It's not a thing of jokes, so people need to be careful. And so the Oba of Benin has called for the immediate lockdown of Edo State so as to prevent the spread of coronavirus. What do you think? Do you think the Oba have spoken well, or you think the decision of Governor Gordon Obaseki should just be upheld just between 6 p.m. and 7 a.m. And my people, now the matter be this. Not forget to thumbs up for us. Subscribe if you never subscribe so that we can keep you up to date with all that is going on in Nigeria and around the world. Also, please don't forget to like us. Don't forget to share with your neighbors and your friends and let them be informed. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.